Good morning, everybody. It's John Long here at Bozard Ford in St. Augustine, Florida. The weather is absolutely beautiful. It should stay in the low 60s all day. Great day to buy a car. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our Ford Expedition. The Ford Expedition has some great new features since 2025. This is a star white metallic stealth package platinum. It's absolutely gorgeous. If the sun was out a little bit better, you'd definitely be able to see the metal flake in the white exterior. But this is a platinum, probably the most opulent and nicest of all the Ford Expeditions. This car has 22-inch wheels. This one has Michelin tires. It's got fixed running boards. With the black stealth package, all of the appearance is black and dark instead of chrome. Of course, it's got tinted windows all the way around it. In the back, we have a great new feature on the Expedition, and that's the tailgate that is separate. A lot of people complained that when they went grocery shopping or went to Costco or went to Sam's Club, they would load the back of this thing up, and when the tailgate opened, stuff would just fall out. Now we have this great feature that gives you a separate bottom piece of the tailgate. You can also sit on this. There's also accessories that you could get to turn this into a couch, really. Of course, underneath you've got storage right here. Spare tires underneath, your jack and everything's underneath this. You've got buttons in the back for a platinum that will enable you to lower down the third row and the second row seats, and then you can lift the third row back up with these buttons on the side. It's real simple. You just push the buttons and they drop them down. If there's anything that impedes it, it'll come back up. I think the front seat is maybe just back a little bit too far. But that's a super nice feature on this unit. You can release it with the key fob as well, so it's hands-free basically. This Expedition has a max tow package. Of course, the tow hitch and everything is underneath this black plastic piece. You just pop that off and hook your trailer up. We come around the other side, you see it's also got the roof rack side rails on it. So this thing is ready for some cross rails, ready for a big road trip for you and your family. Y'all, this thing is huge. It's got captain seats in the back seat. It's got a 110 outlet in the back seat, so you can hook up your crock pot. Plus it's got that third row that you can either have up or down. If you have extra passengers, you've got plenty of space for them. USB ports on the backs of the seats, so that you could plug your phones in the back seat, in the third row as well. You can also control your own air in the back, and the back seats of the Platinum have the two second row back seats are heated. So that's a great feature. Your passengers could certainly ride in comfort. Come on and check out this front. The Platinum has, like I said earlier, the most opulent leather, the softest feels, the best textures. The front row seats have heated and cooled seats, power seats for both. You also have a console that moves back. Let me walk around the other side and I can show you that. This is a great feature, great new feature on the Expeditions. We can slide this console all the way to the back, and it gives you a great storage area, a hidden storage area here where you could put your purse. Maybe if you drive with a weapon, you can put your weapon down there. It's got storage for everything. And you could leave it back for your back seat passengers to have cup holders in the very back too. So that slides back up, completely protects all your stuff. I was explaining earlier how loaded this car is. It's got the panoramic vista roof. The front part opens, and we'll open it all the way up, and then the back shade slides all the way to the back to give you a huge panoramic moonroof. It's a very nice feature on this car. I'm going to go ahead and shut the glass so we don't have the glare so bad. On the inside of the Expedition, it is designed for comfort in driving. This is a capacitive steering wheel. It's got capacitive steering wheel controllers on it that will enable you to start your BlueCruise. And if you didn't know about BlueCruise, that's a hands-free driving feature on a lot of the new Fords now. I'll explain it more when we get on the road. But with this steering wheel, it's designed for comfort, and it's designed to allow you to see the screen above you. You've got all of your driving features on the left side here, and you've got a map on the right side. You can also change what's displayed in the center by using different displays off the center console. Right now, we've got the Sirius satellite radio up there. We've got our map. We've got our miles per hour on the speed limit. We've got everything ready to go for driving. Most of your controls are going to be right here. So if I go to the different features of the truck or the car, I've got driver's memory seats, I've got settings, I've got different things that I can change right here on the screen to suit me. If I go to my actual features, you see there's a whole lot of stuff that we can use. YouTube videos, you could hook up your Android Auto or your Apple CarPlay. Your owner's manual is just a touch away. You can view the owner's manual. It'll put in a search bar for you so you can type in what you're looking for. Makes it super easy to find anything because they don't really print you a great big owner's manual anymore. On the steering wheel, you have the capacitive controls. And if you watch my finger, if I touch up top, it displays up here, and it'll allow me, if I'm wanting to adjust the steering wheel, I go to the top left, right here, and it brings up the steering wheel. I can adjust it in, I can telescope it in and out. If I go back here and go down to push to talk, I can speak to the car and ask it to do things for me like change the climate to 85 degrees. It will actually run the temperature up to 85 degrees for us. Let's see. Change the climate to 65 degrees.
Got it. Changing the auto climate control to 65 degrees.
That works perfect. That way you're hands-free, you're not having to worry about touching the screen while you're driving. But also on this capacitive steering wheel, I can also change the volume up and down right here. I could change the station if I wanted to, go to a different thing. We'll watch, how about we listen to some David Bowie? And then I'll raise the volume up a little bit. This has it has the Bang & Olufsen stereo system in it, which is top of the line for today. If I get out of this altogether, get my steering wheel and everything like I wanted, I can get out of that altogether, and I'll come to the left. When we get on the highway, we're going to energize the BlueCruise. Now, the BlueCruise is a feature that Ford has now that allows you to drive hands-free on limited access highways. They say that 97% of the limited access highways in the United States and Canada have blue zones, all GPS-driven blue zones. So when you get on the interstate and the traffic is what it needs to be, light, and it's not a bunch of road construction and everything, you're going to probably enter a blue zone, and the car will tell you when you enter it, and it will allow you to go hands-free. Now, with hands-free, you still have to focus down the road. It's got a piece right here above the steering wheel that is actually paying attention, reading your retinas. So you're not going to be able to be engaging with people in the back seat. You're not going to be able to play with your phone. You're not going to be able to do any of that. You're going to have to focus on the road ahead, and the car will actually do the driving for you. You can take your hands off the steering wheel. If you need to change lanes, I'll show you how to do that. You just turn on your signal. When it's safe to do so, the car will do it. So if you're ready for a ride, let's go ahead and go. You've got this beautiful, huge camera with a 360-degree camera here as well. So that's a real-time picture showing you what's around the car. If someone was to walk up on it, you would certainly see them in that camera. The Expedition comes with a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 engine that has plenty of power for this unit. I'll demonstrate a little bit of that for you. It'll get up and go. It'll absolutely get up and go. This particular Expedition has the max tow package, which will enable you to pull about 8,000 pounds, which is significant. You could definitely pull your boat, if it's small enough boat, 8,000 pounds, or a pair of jet skis, a utility trailer, maybe even a horse trailer. You'd be able to do it with this car. When you turn on the turn signals, it'll bring up what's on the right of the car or the left of the car, and that's very helpful. That's very helpful when driving. You've got blind spot indicators in the mirrors, but there's nothing like an actual real-time camera view of what's beside you when you're making these lane changes and turns. All right, so now getting on the interstate, you want to set your cruise control. You want to make sure that you have your adaptive cruise control on, and we'll set it, and then we'll increase our speed. We can go hands-free. It's telling us right now that we can go hands-free. I'm going to get our speed up to where we need to be. Get our speed up to where we need to be here. Shows the speed limit on the screen as well. So I'm going to get us up to 70. And then with the adaptive cruise control and the hands-free, it's going to help me maintain. I'm set at 68 miles per hour, but I'm down to 65 because the car in front of me is going slower than 68. And then it'll increase back up to 68 as that car gets further away. With the adaptive cruise control, you have different, I'll show you, you have different lines in front of you. So that each line indicates 1 second of delay. So you can have up to 4 seconds between you and the car in front of you. If traffic was to come to a halt right now, the car would completely slow down all the way to a stop. And then, of course, at some point it's going to tell you to take over the steering wheel. But when you're hands-free, it's super simple. When you're ready to change lanes, you turn on your signal. And when it is safe to do so, the car will let you do it. Do it for you. Completely hands-free, and then you turn your signal back off. This is a really great feature. This enables you to drive, as long as you're paying attention to the roadway, this enables you to drive hands-free, and maybe for the first time ever, you can maybe get Taco Bell for lunch and eat it while you're driving. You can never eat a taco while you're driving. Now you probably can. Kind of nice. I'll turn the signal on again and get back in the right lane. You see the screen shows you there's nothing there. The car does it, levels you back up, and then you're good to go. The lane keeping system is designed to keep you in the center of your lane. But if something comes up alongside you, or you come up alongside a big truck, for instance, it's going to move you as far as it can away from that truck, but keep you in your lane. Then when the truck goes by, when the obstacle goes by, or you go by it, it'll move you back to the center. It's really a great safety feature. So we're back on the interstate, heading back toward the dealership up by 95 North. I'm hands-free again, and you see I'm beside a big truck. It's moved me over to the left side of the lane to keep me away from the big obstacle. I'm running 72 miles an hour. The speed limit is actually 70, so maybe I better slow down a little bit. I'll slow us back down to the legal speed limit. And now I'm back in the center of the lane running 70. One of the features on this BlueCruise that I wanted to talk about was just if by chance, let's say, heaven forbid, you fall asleep driving with the hands free, or maybe have a medical emergency and are having to be taken away from the steering wheel where your eyes are closed and you're not responding to what the car is telling you to do. The car is going to tell you to take over. And if you don't interact with the steering wheel at all, the car is going to do everything it can to slow you down and move you to the furthest right lane possible over to the shoulder. It'll do it slowly, precisely as it needs to get you to the shoulder, bring you to a stop. And if you still haven't interacted with the steering wheel or the car in any way, then the car will call 911 and get you some assistance. Obviously, if you're asleep, there must be some kind of medical thing going on, and they'll get you some assistance.